You're like most people, you usually leave the casino with less money than when you arrive. Now, just because we care, we have invited Bradley Davis to join us this morning. Mr. Davis is the author of Mastering Joker Wild Video Poker. Joker Wild Video Poker. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
This book has helpful hints of ways that I can play better on these machines, correct?
That's absolutely true. The book includes 19 different strategies of the particular type of video poker machine called the Joker Wild Video Poker, which is a very popular type of machine in the state of Nevada and also Atlantic City. There are certain machines, in fact, that are so good of the video poker or Joker Wild variety of video poker that they actually pay back in the long run even more money than you put in the machine.
Now, if a machine pays back 102%, and by the way, there are machines at the Peppermill that are advertising this for the month of March,
That's
right?
correct.
102%.
That is correct.
What exactly does that mean to me being the average idiot that stumbles in with quarters and dollars in my pocket?
Let me kind of back into that question. What it doesn't mean is that if you put $100 through the machine, you count your money at the end and you have $102 back.
Okay.
102% is the theoretical long-term statistical payback for that machine. If you play long periods of time, you eventually will make more on your investment than you put in the machine. You can actually make a profit of 2% in the long run if you stay at those machines long enough. 102% means that you make a 2% profit or 2% edge. If you compare that with other games like craps, roulette, the house always has an advantage of a couple percent. In this case, you're sort of turning that advantage around, and you have that same sort of advantage that the casino might have.
So statistically speaking, if I'm playing and I'm down $40, $50 or whatever, obviously you have to know when to leave. But there's going to be a point where it's going to catch up and I will be back even.
That's right, and usually that point occurs when you start getting some of the higher paybacks, like a straight flush or a royal flush. You might be losing, and all of a sudden one of these glorious big paybacks occur, like a straight flush or a royal flush, and on the games that pay back more than 100%, that will take you beyond your losses and give you a profit. And that's how you make the 102% payback.
Now, you're in town this week as a guest of the Peppermill.
That's correct.
Casino. They're having a tournament, which March Madness, what do they call it? March Madness Video Poker Tournament.
Right.
Which lasts all month.
That's correct.
Tell us a little bit about how this book can actually help, and what is in here that would lead me to victory?
Maybe the best way to explain that is just to talk a bit about how the Peppermill and I got together, because usually people like me and casino executives, I'd be more apt to be escorted from the casino by the security people rather than allowed to work with the casino. But I had mentioned to John Zimmerman, who's the slot director and also the general manager, I told him I've seen signs all over town saying how liberal your video poker is. And I said, would you be willing to be so liberal that you actually allow people to take more money out of your machines than they put in? And they said, well, that's sheer madness. Why would we ever do that? I said, well, not everybody will play those machines all the time. They'll play other games. They might stay at your hotel. They'll certainly visit your restaurants. You still may make a profit, something like that. And they said, well, that's a crazy idea, but we're pretty crazy people. We just might try something like that. So I'm actually working with the casino to help people play to their advantage during the month of March while they're running this promotion. And the way they do that is by using my book, using the appropriate strategy in the book, and if they do that, they have this long-term advantage.
Okay, and they're actually, I'm going to call them rate cards. They're not rate cards, playing strategy cards.
They're playing strategy cards that are use a four-color color code that help people evaluate a hand that comes up on the screen, and if there's a number of different ways to play, like do you go for the three-card royal, do you go for the low pair, this will tell you which decision's the best according to the computer program that generated those strategies.
That's interesting. Speaking of interesting, we have a 1-800 number we're going to share with you now. If you dial this number, you can order software as well. Here's what it looks like. 1-800-475-9876. You can purchase software to practice the techniques in the book on your home computers.
That's correct.
Okay.
However, Reno residents can find the software at Gamblers Book Club downtown, and the book itself is available at bookstores all over the state and also nationwide at Walden Books and B. Dalton. Gamblers Bookstore and the Peppermill has it in the gift shop.
Thank you, Mr. Davis. Again, the book Mastering Joker Wild Video Poker and the tournament going on all month at the Peppermill. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you very much.